If you are ready to let go of the belief that your relationship with your child is ruined because of family court, then you are exactly where you need to be right now. I'm happy to introduce to you a new workshop. It's called Be the Lighthouse. This is a 2-hour intensive where I'm going to walk you through a heart-centered strategy to reach your separated child and connect with them at a soul level. And you're not going to be putting yourself in a position where you're going to be rejected by your child either. So this process here has been such a huge part of my journey, where I went from an every other weekend mom to a mom who really knows how to stand in her own power, regardless of what's happening with the family court system and their orders. Look, speaking of family court, I know how chaotic the family court system is, especially when your children are being predominantly raised by another person who is doing everything in their power to sabotage that relationship. So, and I also know that you've really burnt through all of your financial resources repairing this damage and trying to look for solutions. I know that you've probably hired reunification therapists, GALs, attorneys. You've probably filed motions. Maybe you went by yourself to court and tried to ask to have this relationship fixed and you didn't get anywhere. And I know the trauma that comes along with that. And I also understand that maybe you're overwhelmed when you look at the next 10 or 20 years of you and your child's life together and you think like, well, now what's going to be happening with this relationship? Like how are things going to be? You know, I've already lost a few years. How is this going to look when my child is an adult? I get it. I've been there. I am there. I'm there right now. My son just turned 13 a couple days ago and I didn't see him. I didn't speak to him. But I am very confident that this 2-hour intensive will result in a transformation because you are going to shift your mindset and your vibration. You're going to get a crystal clear vision of who you are and who you are meant to be in this world. You are essentially going to be the lighthouse for your child. You are going to make it very clear what you value. What is your calling in this life? Because you were put on this earth to be a life force for your child. You were handpicked by the universe to be your child's parent. So you're going to be positioning yourself as a human life force for your child so that your child can go to you and know who you are while they're separated. But listen, I see you and I know what you're thinking. You might be wondering, well, Monica, I am legally barred from contacting my child. I can't even call my child without being hung up on. I'm blocked on social media. I don't know if they're getting my birthday gifts. How can this possibly help me? How can this workshop help me? Is this worth my time? Or you might be thinking, this whole system is against me. I've put so much money into the system. Nothing's working in the system. So how is a 2-hour workshop going to do any difference given what I've already been through? Or you could even be asking yourself a dreaded question, Monica, what if I take this 2-hour workshop and it doesn't work? What if it doesn't help at all? So take a deep breath. Just think about your fears that are coming up and take a deep breath and invite some space around those feelings. You belong here. You would not be watching this if you did not belong here right now. These are signs that your wounded heart is ready to heal. Let's unpack those fears one by one. So let's just say that you feel like this workshop won't really be effective because you can't legally contact your child. And you're thinking, well, I don't want to violate court orders, so this workshop can't help because I'm not willing to violate court orders and get in trouble. So nothing in this workshop is any sort of legal strategy to make somebody else do something. This workshop won't be about asking the judge to fix something or asking, getting your child to do something or getting your ex to do something. It's nothing like that. And you're also not going to be setting yourself up to be rejected by anybody. You're not going to be violating any court orders either. So let's look at your second fear. You've already spent so much money on fixing this and it hasn't worked. So why would taking a workshop help? Isn't that just another bucket that you're dumping money into? Wouldn't the court system be using this workshop if this was really effective? Why would the court be recommending reunification therapy if all it took was a workshop? Okay, so I'm going to tell you, I do not work in the court system. I don't get any business from the court system. I don't specialize in any sort of child welfare. Okay, my work is with parents, and I work on the parents' own transformation. Let's put it this way: I've been in the system for so long, for 10 years now. Have you ever worked with a coach who has been through the system? Probably not. Probably all of your solutions are with professionals and reunification therapists and what have you. But have you ever looked at you? That's a different approach. You probably haven't done anything like that before. So try something new. Look at what else is available to you. What other possibilities are out there for you? The thing with working with a coach is that it takes on a different perspective, and it becomes less about other people, which you can't control, and it becomes more about you, which is what you can control. Your third fear: what if I take this workshop and it is not successful? So let me tell you, I believe that the journey to anything that's worth fighting for is a long and winding road. You're really not supposed to succeed right out of the gate. I once took a 10-week workshop to help me cope with the damaged relationship with my son. I didn't fully recover because I took that 10-week workshop. However, I did acquire extremely valuable skills with that workshop, along with all the other dozen or so mentors that I've hired. Every time I invest in myself, I pick up really, really valuable skills that bring me to where I am today. So since my son was taken, I've ran a couple half marathons. I've written a book. I managed to find a partner and get married. I have 2 new daughters, and I ran for office, and I have moderately successfully put myself through the family court system without an attorney. So it is possible to still grow in this and still enjoy your life in this system. But it takes repetition. These are little muscles that we have to start flexing. So I need you to show your muscles. The thing with our fear as outcasted parents is that our fears come from the unknown. But when you have a purpose, you open up the channels to receive the unconditional love that your child does have for you. So that's why in this 2-hour intensive workshop, I'm going to walk you through a free writing, free flowing brainstorming exercise, which is going to unlock your creative mind. Because what happens when we're being traumatized by government abuse is that all of our creative capacity gets diminished and subdued because we're in survival mode. So when you open up those channels, you can build a plan to be present for your child in any capacity, because now you're using creativity, which is a whole nother set of tools. And so you're also going to learn in this workshop how to parent your child regardless of the distance. You are going to be pushed outside of your comfort zone, because I'm going to push you to think big. I'm going to push you to be unreasonably and unapologetically creative and resourceful with your creativity. Also, I'm going to teach you how to create a unique healing formula for bearing your soul to your child and tell your child all the things that you've wanted to tell them. You're going to learn a self-care strategy for you to create some sacred space around this relationship. So if you are ready to invest in yourself, if you're like, yes, I'm ready, I'm done with this nonsense that I've already been doing, if you're ready to put yourself first and you're ready to take care of you and grab this opportunity for creative self-love and soul work, I want you to take advantage of this. Please click the button and invest in yourself. Thank you so much for watching.